Welcome back, Bigfoot followers. We got the other piece of rain gear that I took with me during my Appalachian Trail thru hike, and that's the ZPacks rain kilt. We're going to review that and do a little demo of that today. So this was a sweet piece of rain gear that I had with me. The great thing about this is it's 1.9 ounces and it's super compactable. There is a draw cord here that you use to be able to adjust the waist of the rain kilt, but it's also used to be able to wrap around and just compact the rain kilt when you're not using it. Now there are two different sizes of the rain kilt. The 1.9 ounce weight that I talked about is for the regular size, fits up to a 38-inch waist, and there's also a larger size that will fit up to a 50-inch waist, and that weighs, I believe, 2.1 ounces. Now, my favorite feature of the rain kilt was the zipper in the back here. Gives you the ability to be able to adjust the stride length that you have and give you some more breathability in this rain kilt. This is the nice thing about having a rain kilt over rain pants. Super breathable. I never had any issues with being warm below my waist when I had this thing on. And if I wanted to have a bigger stride, then I would just zip this up further and not have that restriction. Now, if you are shorter, you have smaller stride lengths, then you are going to zip it down to be able to really compress that to be a little bit more tight around your waist. And it just kind of depends on what your stride length is, you know, whether you're tall or short. Now, another nice feature that I love about the rain kilt is if you unzip it, it turns into a small ground sheet. So you can either use this on an area of your tent, or you can just use this to sit down on if it's been raining and the ground is really wet. But really great feature of being able to use this for more than just one purpose. Now I'm just going to put this on and wear it and just do a little bit more of a demonstration about this rain kilt and show you another cool feature of what I did when I wore this on the trail. All right, so I want to show you how I wore this and how I would put this on the trail. That just made it easier. At first, I would try to put it on and zipper it behind me, and learned really quickly that's just too difficult. So I would put it on backwards first. So I would put the zipper on in the front. It was a lot easier to find the zipper and line it up. And I would, for me, my stride length, I had it maybe about 9 inches zipped down and the rest completely open. And then what I would do is I would move it so that the draw cord was in the very front of my body, and I would then tighten this to whatever felt comfortable for me. So that is how I wore my rain kilt, and as you can see, I have no restriction with my rain kilt, and you can set that restriction. Now, of course, if I have it zipped down, I have restriction. So if I'm trying to leap from rock to rock in rainy and wet conditions, it's going to be very difficult for me to get a full stride. So really want to set this to whatever is going to feel most comfortable and give you no restriction, just like this. Now, the other thing that I would do in between rainstorms, because there's times where you put this on, you get your rain gear out, and then it stops raining, and then you take your pack off, you take all your rain gear off, and then it rains again, you put it back in, and it just is that cycle. So sometimes what I would do is, to just save time, I would never take my rain kilt off. So what I would do is I would roll it just like this, and I would tuck it in the belt of my pack. And that would usually stay in place the entire time if I did a good job, a good tuck job. And then if it started raining again, I would just unfold this and be ready to go. It was really great. So I actually wore this quite a bit on some of the rainy or even just slightly misty days when I didn't really want to get my lower body wet, especially if it was chilly out. But this rain kilt was fantastic. I absolutely loved the ability to have so much breathability coming through with no restriction of movement, and the ability to be able to roll this up and tuck it away when I did not need it and pull it out when I did, just gave me even more satisfaction with this product. So all in all, guys, I was really excited about this piece of gear. Weighs 1.9 ounces, so almost nothing. Lots of different uses for it, and the breathability was second to none. There were many, many people on the trail last year that I met, saw my rain kilt, and ended up sending their rain pants home and getting the rain kilt just for that one feature alone of having the breathability and being able to adjust the stride so that they didn't have any restrictions. So really great. Highly recommend this piece of gear. There's nothing really bad that I have to say about it, except maybe, you know, if you don't like to wear kilts or you don't like the look of a kilt, well, you know, whatever. But I thought it looked really cool, and I definitely approve this product. All right, guys, well, that wraps up my review of the ZPacks rain kilt. I'll put all of the details below in the description of where you can buy this on ZPacks.com. Thanks, everyone. Stay tuned for more sightings, and remember to always follow Bigfoot.